Hello everyone and welcome back to D&D! Yay! I am the DM, GM, doesn't matter what you want to say, Abiel. Hello, joined by the players, some guy, or sume as I dub him, who plays
Hello.
Yoseff, the pangolin shifter hexblade, warlock. Gulliver, played by Maceofspades, who is the simic hybrid paladin of Watchers.
If only I could express how excited I am right now.
Alright, Elcor. Um, and Keo, who plays Eco, the Eric Cochran cleric of Twilight, who was very sad last session.
Yeah, I couldn't get the moose. Well, elk, but still. Hello.
I was referring more to the spirit.
Yeah,
but
and
that...
the spirit too, yeah. It was a sad session overall, okay?
And this session's going to start out pretty hard for him too, I'm sure.
Sometime I'm gonna throw my party and it will be great.
Yep, have to do that. Your god commands you to have fun.
Yes.
Then why'd
Now-
they send you to school?
Now, my child, have fun. I demand of this.
Because it's
Yes.
a college. Have you
Yeah.
never seen a college flick? With the whole sororities and whatnot.
Yeah, so this one doesn't seem to have those.
It will
Although, to be
have them
fair,
as soon as I am.
neither of us really seem to be playing the type of characters to really seek those out, though.
Yup. Alright, let's get started, shall we? So we last left them off. They were collecting all the mascots that have fled for Mavinda Sharpbeak. Fought some to eat ochre jellies. Fought some more ant eggs. Fought some elks before the elks ran away like cowards. And caught all the spirit statues. Met a water weird that talked. That was weird.
The fact that it wasn't trying to kill us was weirder.
Nope, it just basically wanted to... It's actually not hostile. And got a voucher for one free item of uncommon rarity at the student store. And we'll say that you guys probably went to the student store, right?
Probably, yes. I believe I already have it in my sheet. Hang on.
I gotta remember where I placed that. But it's not exactly...
I have a Lorehold primer.
Hang on, we're actually going to play this out. I had to change up some things, so while you may have grabbed it off screen, we're going to play out you grabbing it in game instead, if that's okay.
Sure.
Also, I don't think Mace picked one out, so...
I think I did, but it wasn't like a hard, yeah, that's what I'm going with.
Right.
Especially considering I forgot where to find that.
I can post it again if you want.
Appreciate it.
Alright, as the three of you are in the Biblioplex, this is student store, you recognize the manager, Groff Lundquist, at the counter. He looks up. Oh, hello, you three. What may I help you with today?
It would appear we were giving these vouchers. We would like to see what we could get in exchange.
Ah, must have helped out someone very great with big spending. Alright. And he lays out all the uncommon items, which is the Lorehold, Prismari, Quandrix, Silver Quill, and Witherroom primers. And a +1 weapon of your choosing.
Yoseff slightly nervously glances through the primers. And he spends several moments with the Lorehold primer. Might be useful. I'll take this.
Lorehold. That's interesting. I would have assumed you'd go for Prismari, considering that's your school of chosen choice, but that's fine.
I have some things I need to learn about, well, ruins and whatnot.
He slides you the Lorehold primer.
Indeed.
It is a magic textbook.
It grants a D4 to, let's see.
To history or religion checks.
Yep.
And you can choose the first level spell from the cleric or wizard spell list.
And cast it once without expending a spell slot.
And I'm assuming your modifier will be charisma.
Indeed.
Alrighty. Gruff looks to you, Gulliver, and what would you like? You seem to be a martially skilled lad.
I'd be lying if I said I wasn't interested in what weapons you had. Last I tried my weapon in combat against a creature that I found it quite benign against.
Flash cuts to your sword bouncing off of an ochre jelly, doing absolutely nothing. And before that,
more.
getting eaten by some grey ooze.
Yeah. So he has a bit of trust issues with his current weapon choice, which is not good for a paladin.
Well, I can assure you a magical weapon can withstand corrosion and can affect creatures that wouldn't normally be affected.
Though, I think it was more that cutting didn't do anything to the jelly. Just at all. Maybe you should get, I don't know, a hammer or something?
Gulliver definitely ponders on this. May I be able to see your choice of blunt weaponry, please?
Okay. Sets out a club, a great club, a light hammer, a mace, a quarterstaff, a boomerang,
Rage, paladin, go!
boomerang. This is
Rage, paladin, go!
like a war
Unfortunately, that
boomerang.
doesn't actually work.
Yeah, you can't smite. I know.
A
I always forget.
a sling with a couple of rocks, a flail, a maul that resembles a little bit like what Yoseff uses, a warhammer, and that's it. You're not getting a laser pistol.
Besides, that does radiant, not.
Yeah.
Or antimatter rifle.
And that does necrotic, I think.
Yep. Mace gets a shotgun. He's coming to die.
I may not be able to smite, but I do have 2 barrels.
Okay. Hmm.
Just imagine all of us just getting,
My,
like,
you definitely thought out what choices to pick from.
shooting weapons.
Yeah, I'm basically
Well-
looking at the weapon list right now.
Yoseff gets a machine gun.
And of those,
I will say this: the great club, light hammer, and mace are simple weapons. The rest are more.
okay, and
Well, the boomerang and sling are also simple.
mhm.
If you like having a hand free, I wouldn't go with the big ones.
My
'Cause-
thoughts exactly.
So, the Great Club and the Mall probably aren't for you.
I remember when Moral tested out a two-hand weapon in Divinity.
I was
Didn't
not
go
spec for that
well.
at all. To be fair,
Huh?
I was not spec at all for that. To be fair, I was very much protection spec.
Yeah, it did.
Which requires a shield.
Yeah,
So, I would say the hammer is probably your best choice if you want a hand free.
Gulliver will nod at that and kind of get a feel out for the hammer that Yoseff had shown him.
Okay, is that the Warhammer?
Yep, probably. It's basically the same as your long sword.
But blunt damage.
Yep,
And versatile.
Aha.
exactly the same as the long sword.
Alrighty.
1d8 or 1d10 if you're using both hands.
So you want the Warhammer? Yeah, that's not too bad. It's a
Should
bit
I add that
smaller.
my?
Huh?
Should I add that myself, or were we gonna have some other time that you were gonna add stuff to our sheets?
I'll add it in after this. There's
Appreciate
not
it.
going to be any combat in this session.
A little shorter than I'm used to, but I will make do.
Mm.
And what can I get you there, Eco?
After looking through all the, like looking at the covers of all the books, I'm deciding I'll take the Silver Quill Primer. It looks the nicest.
Ah. I mean, you are more of a charismatic person, so
Thank you.
intimidation and persuasion are your thing, I guess.
Yes.
And you can pick a first level spell from the Bard. I'm not going to bother with Cleric because you're already a Cleric.
Yes.
There's some fun ones from the Bard.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I will put it based on your wisdom because you're.
That makes sense.
Yep. Alright, you pick out a really nice silver book with a quill on the front. Whereas the Lorehold Primer is kind of orange-ish with several other books on the cover.
Here I figured it would be like a picture of a ruin in a very scenic place. Oh well.
Oozes behave a bit differently here than I'm used to. Oozes where I come from, even a squirrel could hit.
Hmm,
But
that sounds. Honestly, I'm not sure if that sounds like a good thing or a bad thing.
Squirrel hits
one
gelatinous cube. Gelatinous cube wins because it sucks in the squirrel and eats it.
yes, but when one green squirrel token fights experiment one with no +1/+1 counters, they both die.
I do not get the reference.
Magic the Gathering.
which, is this too, so.
I do not know anything about Magic. Except the fact that apparently people said that the card art is better than Yu-Gi-Oh! And I'm like, it's just cards.
I think they also pull from a wider pool of artists than Yu-Gi-Oh does,
Probably.
considering they had whole formats where it was like, yeah, this card gets +1/+1 if you have cards that have this artist on it. Unsets were a different beast.
Anyways,
I mean, it made a lot of money, so.
Hmm.
yeah. Anyways, we all know that Pokemon's the better card game, and as we move along, as you Groff waves you three goodbye. So if you ever want some new items, feel free to come in and buy some. With that,
Yeah,
I
if
would
we
say
don't have.
that guys probably would go back to your dorm, sleep.
Indeed.
Anything and everything
Take care of
is
my
back.
frog.
The two frogs.
I would like to say that at this time, Eco and Yoseff, you attune to your primers.
Indeed.
Yes.
So
And unless I state otherwise on the long rest, consider Yoseff to have Bless prepared through his primer.
all right. So
Oh, yeah.
Eco, what
I
bard
had stuff.
spells would you like to have? Oh, bard spell. Because there's quite a few.
Yes, and I if I can find it. Where I wrote that down?
There's one called Animal Friendship.
Yes.
Could always do Tasha's hideous laughter.
That does sound like an appropriate spell for them.
Or speak with animals. Yeah, if you want, I can link you. Or send you a picture of a list.
No, I have one here.
Detect magic, dissonant whispers, distort value, earth tremor, fairy fire. But you already have that, I think.
Fairy Fire's really good.
Yeah, but isn't it like a domain spell for Twilight?
Yep.
Could do heroism.
For Yoseff.
Well, pick whatever spell you'd like. I can, like, they all have their usage.
Mhm.
Except maybe Distort Value. That's Acquisitions Incorporated, so I'm not doing that one. I will say,
I mean,
if you do get, say, Identify, that would require a pearl worth 100 gold. So just keep that in mind.
Wait, what was what?
If you were to get the spell Identify, that would require a pearl worth 100 gold.
Okay.
Ah yes, Iku could be even more of a cheater and gets illusory script. Pass notes to Aurora that only she can see.
Mhm.
of course, that also requires a priced component.
Yeah. Oh look, lead-based ink worth 10 gold. We were talking about lead in the Art Jackson Dean artist Discord recently. About how it was amazing and no one knew it was very dangerous.
Oh yeah. Or they didn't. Or they just didn't care.
Probably both.
So.
Well, while Kyo figures out what spell she wants.
Narrate us on. Good sir.
Let's see. Going to say, it's time for your classes. We've only really did the one class, so we're going to do a first class for scrivening and symbology. As all three of you walk inside, you see familiar faces of Bedlam Rampart Suvage, Drazhomir Yarnask, and Shuvadri Glintmantle, along with your teacher, Bryneth Blackstone. Ah, welcome, class. So, as you all well know, you have a test coming up at the end of the week. We'd like to go over some arcane symbols, as in... What is it? You know what? I know a good one for this.
I have my spell.
Ooh, what spell?
Unseen Servant. Was that? No, wait. Yes. Yes. Unseen Servant.
Interesting.
Fantastic. Time to be lazy.
Yes, exactly. Also, like,
Wizard.
since we had a long rest, I can exchange my spells, right?
Mm-hmm.
I
Yes.
want to have... Where is my spell sheet? I want to have command instead of sleep.
I think sleep's a domain spell.
Usually is, yes. Because it's not commonly a cleric spell.
Check.
Yep, Twilight Domain.
Yep.
Okay.
Sleep
So you
is
can't exchange it.
is
And it doesn't count against you, so.
yeah. So you have that constantly.
Okay. Which ones can I exchange?
Fairy Fire and Sleep and Gust of Wind are the ones that you cannot exchange.
Okay.
Because Gust of Wind is racial and Fairy Fire and Sleep is domain.
Can I exchange Moonbeam for a command?
Yep.
Moonbeam is also a domain.
Is Moonbeam a second level? Oh, I forgot about that. Yes, Moonbeam and Sea Invisibility are also domain. My fault.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ours are similar in that regard because next level I also get Moonbeam.
Bood meme.
And
Wait,
the good meme.
Moonbeam.
It's a really good spell, especially against shapeshifters.
Yes, or against people who bunch up.
Okay, then instead of find traps, because that shouldn't be the main one.
It is not.
Finally.
You get 2 domains per level.
Yep.
So,
At 5th, you get a spell that I would like to have, actually. Aura of Vitality in Leoman's Tiny Hut.
they're both really good. They're both really good.
They're both really good.
Twilight is kind of busted.
Jesus.
Okay, then I should be done.
Oh
They
my
haven't
god.
even-
I'm
They
looking-
haven't even used the really powerful part yet.
9th level, you get Mislead. That's busted. Oh boy. Oh god. Hey Iko, you want to skip school without actually skipping school?
Yes, absolutely.
That's Mislead for you.
Oh, that's gonna be amazing. And nobody will be mad at me.
Unless they find out.
Yeah, nah.
You'd think, babe.
Anyways. So, as Professor Brenneth taps some chalk on the chalkboard and a couple of circles of, or a couple of arcane circles appear. So, class, this is the third level spell called Magic Circle. Is of the Abjuration class. Usually it will take about 1 minute to cast, and it could be within 10 feet above and around in a cylinder-shaped fashion.
Yoseff is, of course, taking notes.
Studious as ever, so is Gulliver.
How about Eco? Eco, what are you doing?
Drawing bubbles on my sheet of paper in front of me.
Okay.
Circles!
They are, well, it's a circle.
It is a circle.
Mr. Yoseff, what are the status afflictions that a magic circle can prevent?
Possessions, charms, anything that exerts control over a creature can be suppressed.
You forgot frightened, but yes, you are correct. Magic circles can make creatures who are inside it be no longer charmed, frightened, or be possessed by a creature. Possession is very dangerous because you will lose the will over your own body. Now, there's this fun thing you can do with magic circles, and that is called, let's see, you can reverse the effects of this magic in direction. So, what does that mean, Mr. Gulliver, by reversing the direction of your magic circle?
Trying to think of the.
Would you like to roll an intelligence check? Or
Yes,
try to
please,
figure out
because.
yourself?
Diligence Arcana, probably.
Yeah, Arcana.
Yeah. 11.
Right. So, as a paladin, magic circles are good for trapping.
Well, if you were to reverse the flow of the magic, you would prevent a creature of a specific type from leaving the cylinder and protects targets outside of it.
Correct. See, normally a creature cannot be forced into the circle. But if you say overlap a summoning circle with a magic circle and reverse the effects towards containment, potentially they could be summoned into the magic circle and therefore cannot leave.
Fascinating.
Mr. Iko, how long does a magic circle typically last?
Hopefully not as long. Hopefully as long as this hour does. Because that would be eternity! But I'm pretty sure it doesn't last as long.
That's the class.
If my classes are boring, I apologize, Mr. Iko. Sarcastically, however, you are actually correct in a way because it does last 1 hour typically. If you
Woo.
cast it at higher levels, it is increased for each level.
Look, you don't have to apologize. It's not your fault that this is boring. It's the subject. Subject fault.
I
As
don't
a
think you're
DM
helping.
As a
Oh.
DM, this hurts me because it's just like, is my session really boring?
No, this is just eco. This
Eco
is
being
just
eco here.
There you go.
They're not interested in study.
Yeah, no.
I suspect the teacher will have advantage to make sure they're not cheating.
Ooh. Oh. Yeah.
After that.
Here's the- Now they suspect you.
Hey, I could try and get my invisible servant to do mischief at the one end of the class. Like throw some stuff off the desk or something, and then I can cheat while the teacher is distracted. I love this spell.
Okay, so I've actually been misdoing this. I like to apologize, but I've basically been being a little bit droll. That's actually not the case because he actually is very dynamic in his lecturing style. I don't know how to present that. Yeah.
Well, maybe dynamic. You'd have student volunteers involved in, say,
That
a
works.
demonstration even.
That works. Okay, Mr. Eco, since you seem to be bored with my class, would you like to be a guinea pig for my experimentation for the showing of how Magic Circle actually works? Your compliance
Do we
is
have
now
to
factor.
really transform into a guinea pig? I do believe in wing supremacy, so I do like to keep those.
Just get in the circle, Mr. Eco.
Get in
He
the
walks to the circle. Gets into the circle. Kind of laughing to himself, but so that nobody notices. Completely happy with himself.
Very content with their own joke.
Yes.
Oh. Alright, class, as a demonstration, I'm going to cast the spell Command at Mr. Eco. While he is currently inside the magic circle. If your magic circle is indeed correct, he will be able to ignore my command. If not, then he will essentially carry out the command to the best of his ability. He takes a look at you, he walks towards the door. Mr. Eco, I command you to
Leave?
grovel. And because you're inside a magic circle, it does not work.
Eco's just like, yeah, nah.
Just standing there like, something's supposed to happen.
Ooh, actually, if you don't mind my interjection there, by the same merit, once he reverses the flow, you could also use the command again.
Now, to make
To
sure
try
that
and-
this actually worked properly, Mr. Eco, if you could step out of the magic circle, please.
Do I have to? He's just looking at the professor.
Yes.
Not really happy about this.
Yes.
Yoseff leans over to Gulliver. How do we know it did anything? I mean, would Eco ever?
If it was merely words, yeah, no, Eco would not listen.
Even if it's a spell, they probably wouldn't.
I mean, you could try and command me out of the circle.
Just get out of the circle, please, Mr. Eco.
But not happy about the situation, he steps out of the circle.
Okay, class, I shall now cast the spell command once again. Mr. Eco, I command you to grovel.
No. Here's it gonna go. How's it gonna go?
I need a charisma saving throw, please.
It's not. Oof.
Fuck you, bitch!
I'm really sad that that succeeded.
Oh man.
He's just staring down at the teacher. I'll command your ass out of this class.
I will move your
Since I
textbook to the
prepared,
fucking
I can
screen.
do that.
Wow. This,
I don't think this was ever gonna work.
This will be very interesting for an upcoming quest from this person.
Yoseff sweat drops.
Gulliver just kind of looks away a little bit, scratches his cheek. That was embarrassing.
Teacher or eco or both?
Everyone
Yes.
involved.
Why was it embarrassing for me?
Well, usually, sometimes command does not work as well against creatures of strong mind.
I don't
Now
think
that's
the
gonna go
teachers
straight
are-
to their head.
I
So
don't-
may I try the command spell on you, teacher?
I don't think that the teacher got the willing participant they were looking for.
Do you actually try to cast command on him?
Well, first I'd ask because I'm not that desperate to to get kicked out of school.
No, you may not. Please sit down.
Okay.
Watch out, the
Hi.
teachers will develop legendary resistances.
But just imagine if that succeeded.
No, but good luck trying to use darkness on this guy. He's got devil sight. Ooh, he has a spell called Ink Lance. That sounds cool.
Never heard of that one.
Well, it's a ranged spell attack, so.
That sounds pretty cool.
By the way, this guy's a damn fear. You would have known by now.
Ah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But anyways, the magic circle can also be used to imprison fiends. Oh, there was yes, fiends, celestial, elementals, fae, and even the undead. Maybe next time I will just demonstrate if we can find an elemental or some other thing to see if they can escape or not. Until then, you may continue on with your lessons with your next class. This class is dismissed.
Yoseff wonders, maybe a familiar would work.
Ego feels like the type of person I would hate to have in a class. I'm sorry.
I know, I'm trying my best.
They are. They absolutely are.
Yeah, no, they're.
That's absolutely who they are, 100%.
Yeah.
Like, hey, I forgot my pencils. Like, you've been forgetting your pencil for the past 37 days now. How have you
Yeah, I
not
forgot to
learned?
buy some.
Sorry. I did not care for a lot of the students in my school.
Did you bring the chalk? I ate the chalk.
People do that, by the way.
Yeah, I know people do that.
Especially if they have calcium deficiency.
We just smashed him against the blackboard.
Alright, so.
I feel there was knowledge learned there, but the demonstration was off point.
Why, I think I was perfect in that demonstration.
Yoseff doesn't comment.
Kind of chatting as we're moving on.
All right, let's see. Sume, it is time for electro choreography class.
Indeed.
As you walk into your class, you see the teacher, who's known as Zephai. He is very young, but you have heard that he is extremely talented with music, mostly through conducting and dealing with lightning and cyclones. You actually see your fellow students in it. Aurora, Luna Winterstar, Xanther Bowen, Greta Goran, Larine Arniza, and Kataraz Damalvar. Damalvar. Okay, I'm fucking with that. Ah! Well then. Welcome to Electric Choreography, where we learn about how we can incorporate thunder, lightning, and potentially wind into spells and music. Normally, while I am a conductor, we use our instruments as a means of producing the desired effects that we so desire. This is where Evia sucks, because he does not understand music.
To be
I
fair,
listen to it.
neither do I.
So, as you all may have a musical instrument, feel free to try to cast a small little spark with, say, prestidigitation, if you can.
Yoseff tries,
Do you
because he
have
has
that?
prestige. Yes.
And
As I was thinking.
Alright, you call upon your patron's powers and give me a instrument check, because I forgot what the did you have a sham?
I have a sham, yes.
Alright,
I'm
use your
pretty sure.
sham to cast a spell. And describe how the sparks react when it comes out.
Should I be using charisma, I presume, as my modifier?
Sure.
Let's see how it goes first.
Alright, 15, that's not bad. This-
Yoseff begins strumming. And soon he stops as sparks jump from string to string and continue the song. But they're a little off key, especially as it goes on.
Sume, a sham doesn't have strings.
Doesn't it? I thought
Nope.
it was a stringed instrument.
Nope, it is basically a clarinet.
Ah,
It's a woodwind.
my mistake. That's actually easier.
That's okay. I was like, wait a minute.
It's actually easier. For some reason I thought it was stringed. Must be thinking of a different instrument.
Eco
But-
chooses kazoo somehow.
As he blows it, it eventually builds into a small rolling thunder.
Right. Saffron looks over. Oh, very good indeed, Mr. Yoseff. Might actually have talent for the school band at this point. Now, there are some musicians who use spells. You may know them as bards and whatnot. But that doesn't mean that you can't use a magical instrument as a focus or any other spell item thing. Fudge. I'm trying to find something right now. In fact, there is a rare lyre called the Lyre of Building that can cast diminishing spells as an action and can even fabricate things, move earth, or summon a construct. Musical instruments can be very powerful.
Or spooky.
Yeah, but the pipes of haunting. Right, as your class drones on, let's see. I could do that, but I wanted to say that for the leader. Actually, your class will have to end because the way this is set up, it would overlap with some of the students.
Hmm.
As the day go on, we go to historical figures in magic. Alright, so, Gulliver, you go to your historical figures in magic class. In the lore hold section. And you walk in, you see your dwarven professor, Hofrey Ghostforge.
Free Ghost Forge.
Yep.
That's
You
a
know that he thought his future led to Prismari, but he found out he really loves history. And it turned out he had a natural talent for Lorehold's spirit magic.
Fascinating.
It is indeed. Welcome. So, as we all know about historical figures in magic, let us look on one of the famous ones, Mordenkainen. Mordenkainen was a fantastic archmage who has traveled over various multiverses and has written several books. In fact, he recently published one called Monsters of the Multiverse. It's very informative. Bought it day one. Even pre-ordered it.
Hold on a moment.
So, Mr. Gulliver, would you like to tell me what group Mordenkainen was the leader of?
He was a leader of.
Yes.
I don't believe I actually know this one as myself.
I had to look up the wiki, so don't feel
Huh.
bad.
Shall I roll an intelligence roll?
A history check if you so
History check. Okay.
like to. What is this? The players actually learning things in a school? Yes.
Yes, how very middle of the road.
Alright.
And let me actually switch to Gulliver. Whoops.
You know that there were 8 people.
Unfortunately, the name of the group escapes me, but I know there was 8 individuals in this group.
You're mostly correct. It is called the Circle of Eight, and it included many spell inventors whose names are very, very well known, like such as Bigby, who created Bigby's hand, Dromilge, who does Dromo summons, Nistel, or Nistel, Otiluk, Otto, Rary, and Tinser. They have made several contributions to the world of magic, and honestly, without them, we probably would not be as powerful. As it goes on for quite a few hours, you learn a lot about Mordecai and about how he traveled to a place known as Barovia. Although he apparently went mad.
He gets better.
He got better though.
Yeah, as you do. With that, let's see. But oh, I need to check this. Have you guys been doing your job still?
Indeed.
Whenever I would find the time, yes, Gulliver would.
Yes.
All right, so add 5 gold
Ooh.
because it's
Chink.
basically been a week.
Mhm.
Chink.
Pop.
All right. Let's see. All right, as the day goes on, Iko and Gulliver, you realize that you haven't had a class yet called Life Auras and wait a second. Yes, Life Auras and Necrosis. And you look at the timing, and it's a night class actually. As you. Oh, by the way, if you guys like to stop for lunch, you can do that. Just let me know.
Sandwiches.
Alright, sandwiches. Do you use your special hot sauce?
Nah, there are not enough people around to be a show off.
Alright, as you guys are getting some sandwiches.
Surprised you weren't trying to sneak it onto one of our sandwiches.
One day.
Yeah, you're flying under the radar, so we won't expect it.
Mm.
Are you
I'm
having-
your friend.
are you having lunch at the Biblioplex Cafe?
Yes.
Alright.
Probably. It's easy, especially if Yosef's working.
Today's lunch is grilled halloumi with morels on wheat. Oh no.
Yeah, morals used to being grilled.
If you want coffee or tea, it is 1 copper per cup. Though Eco's got that bottomless coffee.
Yes.
Look like they're listing prices for the sandwiches, so we'll just say 1 copper.
Sure. I'll get a cup of coffee and 1 sandwich.
The halloumi seems to just be grilled ham, which is interesting because you never had ham grilled before. And the mushrooms are actually not that bad. And the bread is surprisingly soft.
Hmm.
Wonder what types of preserve methods they use. Usually bread tends to get hard after a couple days.
I think they break it pretty fresh.
Alright, I'm gonna go up to the counter and I want 3. How are they called? Dragon pepper sandwiches?
Isla looks at you. They're not being served today, sir.
You don't have spicy sandwiches today?
No.
Just plead with them.
The
Can you
sandwich
at
for
least
today is grilled halloumi with morels and wheat.
But sandwiches.
They
just
are
plead with them? Can you put anything spicy on there?
FYI, that is a sandwich.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have hot sauce?
No.
Oh.
Why wouldn't you have hot sauce?
And Kyo has been destroyed.
Eco is just laying on the floor like that meme, you know? Just hands on the floor and just tears in their eyes.
Eco, bad in school and not getting what he wants.
What do you mean bad in school?
Hmm.
Well, you've cheated and you pretty much sassed off to the teacher.
Yeah, but I still got the answer. Halfway right.
For all the wrong reasons.
It was right, okay. The result is the only thing that counts. Okay, I'll take 3 normal sandwiches then.
Alright, you get 3 grilled halloumi with morels and wheat. That's 3 copper.
Yes.
It's a weird combination, but it's actually surprisingly tasty.
I'm still I'm throwing my hot sauce on there. I can't eat this if it isn't spicy! At least one of them.
Alright, you put your hot sauce on. How many shakes did I say that you had?
I had 9 left, so 8 left now.
Okay, thank you.
Yoseff is sitting opposite Eco.
And
In case the hot sauce comes out, he shifts a little bit.
just gives them a little bit of a wide berth so we're not caught in it.
Alright. Let's see. I need a D6, please. Alright. As you take a bite in this fantastic hot sauce that you got from the troll chef in the Witherbloom campus. It tastes... You wanted spice. You got the fire. It is extremely hot, to the point where when you open up your beak, more gouts of fire come out.
Ooh. The good spice. It's burning.
You go, hey, can I have this? Server, no. What?
But why?
Because we don't serve it today.
How could you?
They pick a sandwich and they serve it throughout the day. I'm
But
sorry.
that they don't even have a
The
bottle of
D6
hot
The
sauce.
D6 landed on a 1, not a 6.
But they should have a bottle of hot sauce just, yeah, ready if somebody wants it spicy.
Apparently not in this cafe. Try the
Terrible
tavern.
cafe. Gonna go to Google reviews and give them a bad review.
Joke's on you, Google doesn't exist in this world.
I don't know, what do they have? Scrolls?
I don't think they have internet.
There's a school newspaper, I think.
There is indeed a newspaper.
You could write a big opinion piece about how spice is the essence of life.
Yes! An essay about spice.
The spice of life.
You put more effort into that than anything you are supposed to do.
Yes, of course.
And then Isla will just say everyone's a critic and toss the newspaper in the trash.
Or light it on fire with prestidigitation.
Yeah, maybe. Which, by the way, if you do use prestidigitation to light a torch, it does not last an hour. It lasts till the torch goes out. Sorry. Unexpected.
Oh, I think most torches last an hour by default. I think.
Who could say? Oh, you have dark vision, so who cares?
I always
After
forget
this
I do,
disappointment.
actually.
After this disappointment of lunch, Iko just grabs his bag of tricks and just summons whatever he can pull out.
Oh, no.
Tasty.
It was disappointing! The first sandwich was good, the other two were disappointing!
You could have
Oh, wait,
put more
wait.
hot sauce on those! Wow, I'm getting really high pitched. I'm very sorry to everyone. This is what Mace has to deal with on a daily basis, by the way. Alright, roll a d8.
See what you get.
You are in the cafe, which is fine, or not so fine, as you summon a giant rat. Let's roll for panic. Alright.
Maybe that was...
Isla sees you summon a giant rat out of your bag. She's like, what the? Get that out of here!
How many arcane beams hit the rat? And how little is left?
Get it out before I kill it!
Don't kill my baby!
I don't care! I don't want rodents and vermin inside my cafe!
This is a lousy cafe anyways, you don't have hot sauce.
I don't care about your criticism. Get it out!
Yoseff is just gonna leave.
Iko's leaving too.
Just
Don't like-
Gulliver backing away with this from the situation with his hands up slowly in front of him.
Iko's just still like the rat. He commands the rat to leave and just does the soccer water tribe exit out of the cafe.
Oh no. Such disrespect.
I mean, what you expecting?
I'm
It's Iko.
expecting Iko to behave like a normal person for once. This was a mistake.
What was a mistake?
Expecting Iko to behave.
Yes. Absolutely.
Moving on!
Yes.
Maybe.
Just summoning a rat.
It's like the sign says clearly, points to a sign saying no magical pets or pets in the cafe.
Well, I didn't bring it in.
No, but
You
you
summoned
summoned
it in?
it.
Yeah, I mean, you brought it into existence in the cafe. I think that counts.
Much. I'm sorry.
You just whipped out your furry rat in front of everyone.
Thank
A rodent
God-
of unusual size.
Thank God it wasn't anything bigger.
Just the Alex casually standing there.
Or the
That would be
giant
some-
badger.
Because, we definitely need to get banned from the
The
biblioplex.
panther.
You won't be banned, but from the biblioplex, you'll definitely be probably
The
banned
cafe,
from
at
the
least.
cafe.
Yeah.
It's a lousy cafe, anyways.
It's actually a really good cafe, though.
You
But
know,
the hot sauce is my life elixir, and if they don't have it, then I can't live.
That sounds like a you problem.
I know, but still, I'll make it everyone's problem.
Yoseff sweat drops. Sweat drops hard and wonders if maybe he should offer prestidigitation next time.
Right? You make it spicy.
Alright. Let's see.
I underestimated how passionate you are about food. I thought I liked food.
The hot sauce is just a way of living.
Sume, you pick classes that have your friends in there.
Sorry.
It's okay. Alright, so, if, actually, Sume, while their life auras and necrosis class is going on, what would you like to do for yourself?
It's just an evening.
Yes.
He's probably going to go over his notes, knowing that that magic circle test is coming. He's going to practice drawing it, because he suspects that will be part of the test.
Okay. So you're going to take this time to study.
Don't see why not.
I was expecting something different, but that's okay.
He doesn't have any friends besides those two.
And I think he has enough of Ica for the day.
What about all the people he's been talking to all this time?
I don't think he'd actively seek them out, though.
Nope.
Nope.
Ah!
I mean,
Put
even-
the mirror away, Yoseff! I don't want to look at myself!
And even if it's like they happen to get in the same area, just kind of one sits down, the other sits down. Hey, hey.
The silence for the rest of the day.
that's his relationship with his coworker. 120%, except without the haze.
Oh yeah, just kind
It's
of.
just a nod. It's just a nod, a slight stare until everybody goes to work.
And then small contented happiness on both sides.
Yes.
This episode of Strixhaven, Ebia gets stressed out by hilarity. And looking at himself in a mirror. He does not like that.
I mean, you said it's night. I don't see a lot of things he would do at night.
Alright.
Evia will remember that.
Gulliver and Eco, you guys go to your Life Force and Necrosis class, and inside you see Mellowthorn, Mina Lee, Rosie, and Miktok Grosh. Mellowthorn and Miktok say, "Oh, hello. Thank you very much for helping us out with those ochre jellies yesterday. That was a slimy situation."
Problem.
You're welcome.
Maybe Eco should start raising jellies to flavor
Oh, no.
food.
God, no.
That would be the ultimate spice.
It's like, hey, I'd like to have this pet ochre jelly. Okay, how do I make more of them? Oh, I'll just cut it. I mean,
Huh.
these talents do slashing damage, so just have to,
Sip one on a sandwich. And that's the ultimate spice.
yeah. You could try eating lava once, only once.
No, but can I get a little chili plant for my room?
I don't see why not.
Probably talk to
Yay!
some,
Yeah. I
probably
mean,
talk to someone in Witherbloom about that.
Yes.
also, I will say this: you guys do have a chance to learn proficiencies. That is a thing. It will take time, but because this is a school where you are learning, it will not take the money cost. That is my own rule.
Woo!
Hmm.
It doesn't seem right to pay money to learn a proficiency
Right.
when you're in a school.
I remembered what that alchemical compendium was in my inventory that didn't actually drag and drop nicely. It was that calligrapher's tools.
Yeah.
Maybe Yoseff should learn the power of the gods.
There we go. I'll punch that one in myself because I remember that.
Can I get proficient in making parties?
No.
I think that, like, persuasion and performance.
All right.
You're pretty on your way with that.
Everybody's
What
just-
I'm already
Yeah.
proficient in.
Let's see.
Acrobatics if you want to do a flip from the roof.
I'm already proficient in that too.
I mean, he can fly. I think
Yeah.
that sort of.
You're right. You need someone who doesn't believe in wing supremacy at that rate.
Alrighty. I have found a picture. You notice that there's no teacher yet.
That's odd. Is the teacher usually late?
As the
Teacher's
lights,
gone. Time for breaking the rules.
As the lights grow dim a little,
Oh no.
a figure in a very dark cloak with some form of chest plates and armored shoulder pads, bald head, very pointed ears walk in. They are very pale, and they have bones dancing around them. Something sort of like, I don't know, a funnel from Gundam?
Hmm.
It's the best thing that popped into my head at the time. Good evening, class. I am your Professor Valentin.
Mankind ill needs
Dean?
teachers such as you.
Huh?
Mankind ill needs teachers such as you.
I don't get it.
I'll share it later.
Thank you. I am the Dean of the Vein for Witherbloom. I apologize for not having this class sooner. I had a little bit of an allergic reaction to garlic. Let's see,
Vein.
Eco and Gulliver. Roll a Arcana check on this man.
Huh. Ah, yes. How very middle of the road of you, Gulliver.
Gulliver. He's got some pointy teeth. Eco, you've dealt with 2 Dampiers. This is not a Dampier. This is a full-blown vampire. Would explain the night class.
Wow, I actually guessed that.
Yeah.
Probably best not to mouth off to this one.
You never
You-
know till you try.
As the DM, I beg you, do not mouth off to him.
Tell you what, I will use one of my divine senses
Okay.
so I can identify him.
He's a vampiro.
Just-
And a very powerful one.
Oh. Yeah, you can tell he's on that, but he's not evil or particularly good Oh.
either.
Just doing a job.
Yeah, he's actually neutral.
Oh.
I am something known as a sangromancer. So I can see where beings can be via blood, so he looks towards you, Gulliver. I hope that will not be a problem, Paladin.
Just piquing my curiosity, sir.
Well, you know what they say. Curiosity killed the cats.
But satisfaction brought it back, sir.
I like to put the word if on that one.
I'll try not to step out of line.
Very good.
After all, you're an instructor.
Exactly. However, if you do see someone who may reek of garlic, let me know. I have choice words for someone who thought it'd be funny to put garlic in a vampire's dinner. Almost went into
And I
anaphylactic.
wish I had that garlic for dinner. Ego mumbling to himself.
Ika's just beefing with all the teachers.
I
yeah.
mean, I didn't say anything against
No,
his. Like,
Not. Oh, go on ahead.
I didn't offend him.
No,
I
I think
mean-
I did by using Divine Sight, actually. Or Divine Sense.
Considering that this man is the dean and is kind of like a teacher for what Divine Sense does, yes, he knew. 100%.
But seeing the fangs, he definitely just kind of out of habit did Divine Sense.
Actually, 1 second. Ooh,
Yes, well,
fun.
making a point to eat garlic before class is also probably not a cool move.
Yeah.
It's
Big
it's more
move,
that I
bro.
wish I had the. I mean, it would be better like if I ate the garlic, then the teacher would not have the allergic reaction, as at least not as bad. If
They
he
might have
just
an
smells my
allergic
breath,
reaction to you.
but not as bad, right? Because like smelling it is still not as bad as eating it.
Eco looks at its turn undead ability. That ain't gonna work, because he's too high level.
Yeah, I don't want to fight him. Just saying that I'd like to have that spice for dinner. Cafeteria didn't have it. I'm salty at the cafeteria.
For no reason.
They didn't have spicy stuff.
It ain't my fault! Blame the dice!
Yeah, I'm not salty at you.
So, we were going...
DM starts crying.
It's more likely than you think.
Don't, please.
Trust me, my friends know.
Hmm.
Well, we were going to be planning a lesson around a specific spell, but seeing as the paladin here, Mr. Gulliver, elected to use a divine sense that perceives auras, so let's do that instead. Alexa, stop! I said nothing to you!
Hi, Alexa.
Hi, Alexa.
Oh!
This is going all the way off the rails.
Yeah, I changed the trigger word on mine. I changed its name to Ziggy.
Technically, its name's Gilliam 2 from Outlaw Star, but I don't know how to do that.
I think it's got a preset amount of trigger names that you can actually give it, though.
Dang it. Why do that then if I can't name it Gilliam from Outlaw Star? Oh!
You're gonna say Gillian from Outlaw Star every time
Let's
that
just
you
go.
want to trigger it.
Anyways, I mean, I called my GPS Google Maps my phone Melfina, so you know what? I love Outlaw Star.
Oh no, I meant like the whole string. Gillian from Outlaw Star. Hey,
Oh.
look up this.
Anyways, so, as Mr. Sinclair has demonstrated, with divine sense that paladins can use, they can detect strong evil or strong good. In fact, Mr. Sinclair, would you explain what the good and evil affect you on your senses are?
With pleasure.
And you don't have to roll anything, because you know
Yep,
what this does.
I just used it. When I sense a strong evil, it registers as a noxious odor. Meanwhile, powerful good rings like heavenly music in my ears.
Both of which are awful, says the demon. Oh, in fact, because I actually have his picture up, I will link
Ooh.
his image in the Discords.
Yeah. Ah.
Yep. I will watch that later, Sume.
Yeah, I don't think you needed divine sense to realize this guy was a vampire.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
probably not.
So Keo still want to mess with him?
Messing with him, I just said I wanted garlic for dinner.
Mm.
I'm sorry. We'll drop it.
I'm not messing with every teacher. It's at night. I'm too tired for this. I need the energy to mess with them on ones next day again. So I'm gonna sleep in a glass. Good night. No.
Yes.
Oh.
Well, the divine sense can do that. They can also register types of undead. In my case, it registers me due to being a vampire of a higher order. The vampires are very strong, of course. Though I figure I'm much more powerful than a vampire who is well known as Strahd von Zarovich. I find him depressing and honestly a bit of a bore.
We covered a bit of Strahd when we were talking about Barovia.
Yes. Unfortunately, he is love. I wish I could have this, but he's unaffected by your divine sense. You can also find consecrated or desecrations around you, as well as the hollow spell. As it goes on and on, I would like to say, honestly, I don't really have much to do more for this session, so I would say throughout the week, you guys go to your classes, and you do indeed have your test. Where the fudge is it? There it is.
Oh, did we have any time to study beforehand?
Yes, you will be in the studying phase as of now. So,
Okay.
to reiterate of who is in your class for your scrivening and symbology, you have Bedum Rampart Suvij, Drazomir Yarnask, and Shuvadri Glintmantle. What would you guys like to do to study?
Definitely gotta get Jazomir in on this.
Ah yes, the silent duo.
Ah, yes. If you would like, we may study together again. I plan on holding a study session again.
That sounds helpful.
You and Drazomir seem to have been getting along well lately. Shall we invite them?
If it's not too much trouble.
Getting along
Uh.
is a strong word.
We coexist.
Because... And what about you, Eco? Do you plan on studying for this one?
No. I
No.
might just go and check out Witherbloom for a little plant of chili for my dorm and wander to the. I think it was a kobold that gave me the hot sauce. If I can buy more of him,
You want to buy
I
more
have
of a
to be
kobold?
prepared.
More
Not the kobold.
Not sauce.
I'll buy the kobold.
Also, it wasn't a kobold; it was a troll.
A troll, yeah. Okay, I will go to the troll and see if I can buy more hot sauce, and if he can maybe teach me some more cooking.
Very well then.
Yeah, his name was Guillaume.
Guillaume? Okay.
Yeah, Gyome. Or if you want to try with a Japanese flair, Guillaume. Yep, he is a neutral troll that loves to cook. As a master chef. Which is surprising, considering it's a troll.
Goes beyond that. Let's see who else wants to join. Probably whoever was closest. Gulliver would also extend that invite to come study with them as well.
Well, Rampart and Shuvadri are nearby, so
Hmm.
alright, so nice little study session. So with this, once again, your studying phase can be through some various checks and whatnot. So feel free to describe how you are going to study, and I'll give you a check.
Yoseff has been practicing drawing the circle, but what he's actually done during that practice is he's basically created a rhythm to it, so that as he scribbles with the whatever writing utensil he's using, he knows he's doing it right if it's on the beat.
Alright, give me
Made a Guitar Hero track out of that.
performance check.
Ooh.
Hey! After about a few hours, you seem to get the hang on the beat. So you have a reroll for your test.
Huzzah!
And Gulliver would investigate what changes structure-wise to the magic symbol when it's inverted for the magic circle.
Alright, let's see. I would say give you just an Arcana check on that one then.
Okie dokie. Because the capture aspect of that definitely had his interest. There were some containment breaches that probably could have been stopped with something like that. Arcana.
Oof.
Oh my.
Unfortunately, you're not really finding anything else about that, so you don't get a reroll. Eco.
Fortunately, let's see.
Sorry, you were saying?
No, go on ahead. He was mostly musing to himself.
Eco, you do wander around with a bloom. I need a nature check from you to figure out where to find some chilies. Or what exactly is a chili plant?
Oh my god.
It tastes good. Fruit tastes good.
I'm looking for chili coffee beans.
You are looking for chili sauce, but you don't know what a chili pepper
Looks like.
Just get some nightshade. I'm sure it'll work.
It's
Ooh.
not that you know what a chili pepper looks like, but you don't really seem to find any because Witherbloom has so many plants. And unfortunately, you didn't decide to look up the guide.
But isn't there someone that I can ask?
To be fair, peppers are in the nightshade family,
That makes sense.
along with tomatoes, eggplants, and potatoes.
Yes.
Yeah, that's why
So-
people didn't like tomatoes for a very long time because they thought it would kill them.
On certain primes of plates, it sort of did.
Yeah, but our culinary skills have drastically improved since then.
You would hope,
I mean, if we could
Is
eat
there
pufferfish without dying.
Yeah.
if you do it right.
Is there someone there that I can ask about chili plants?
I hope it turns into a lecture.
Oh god. I hope not. I just
It
want
be
some
too funny.
chili plants.
Yeah, you see Greta Goran nearby.
No.
You are her co-worker, and she's in one of your classes, so yeah.
Oh, nice.
You also
So,
know that she's in the bodybuilder weightlifting society.
Nice. Does she know more about chili plants because of that?
That's a good question.
What is a chili?
No.
A miserable little pile of secrets.
She rolled a 3. That's a no, Captain.
We're as clueless.
I don't know what Mace just said.
That same context as as Sume's quote.
Hmm.
Okay.
You'll have to watch it on break.
Yeah.
Evia, I don't understand these references.
I'm amazed you don't know this.
Am I that uncultured?
You'll probably get it once you see the clip. It definitely blanked my mind until I took a peek. I was like, oh.
Oh, well.
Alright, no, unfortunately she tried to help you. It took all day, and you just can't seem to find a Chili's.
Then I will go to the troll.
To Master Chef Gilmay.
Yes, and ask him if I can, like, become his student, kind of, because I still want to learn cooking. If he would take a student to teach
Roll
me how to cook, and also if he
persuasion.
has more chili sauce. And if he can teach me what a chili is.
Okay.
No, you know
It
what?
tastes
You
good.
know what it is. You just couldn't
Yeah, I know,
find
it was
any.
just- It was just.
Like you easily look up what chili peppers are, and there's a lot of different kinds of peppers. You just couldn't find any.
Yes.
You
Sensei.
see, what you do
I
is you
must-
get proficient in botany tools and you try and crossbreed chilies.
Yes!
Sensei, I must seek the ultimate spice.
Exactly.
Lava?
Spicy Sama, I need your help.
Oh my god, it's Parappa the Rapper, and the teacher is the Unkin Dude. Never played that game. Roll persuasion.
Ooh.
Please, I need the spice!
Psst. Hey. Hey. You have a thing.
I have a thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. You have your primer on you.
Yeah, but isn't 17 high enough?
Who knows?
Who knows?
Roll a d4.
Oh. Yeah.
You can expend one charge of your book to add 1d4
How many did
to...
I have? 3 per day?
Yes.
Okay.
It's 1d4 to persuasion.
Okay, how do I do that?
Just
Just
dash.
roll a d4 now and then
Yep.
add that together?
Yes.
You can either click it on the quick roller or type it in.
Is that a command you can do? Plus
you can
1d4.
Ooh, that's not bad.
Oh, soft
All
20.
right, so with a soft 20, you manage to persuade Master Guillaume to become his apprentice. However, he has some ground rules.
Oh no. These are going to be bad for our bird friend.
First is to show up every day.
Oh,
Okay.
Second, no slacking off.
Yes.
Mm.
Hey, cooking is my passion.
I say jump, you don't ask me how high, you do it till I'm happy.
Yes.
I
And
see.
take notes.
I see we have an army chef.
I'm challenging Robert Irvine here from Dinner Impossible.
Mm.
Who was in the Navy?
Although things go well,
All right.
Eco might
So
become a bit more disciplined.
with this, you have started your training to become proficient in cooking utensils, or chef tools, really. And as for the hot sauce, he will talk on that.
Mm.
He will think on that one.
Secret
Okay.
family recipe.
Yeah.
Eco got taken on by the sauce boss.
No.
His apron says "kiss the cook," but it's a troll, so I'm not sure if he should. I think there's an actual picture of him.
Apron says kiss the cook, but beware the tusks.
That's orcs.
You're right. Yeah.
There
No, some
is
trolls
a
have
picture
teeth.
of him. Behold
Oh.
your new teacher.
This will be glorious. Oh yeah, he's got some tusks.
Oh, a kindly face. What the heck?
Looks a bit like Noodles, that beard.
Oh,
That may be
just
intentional.
Hmm.
I am reminded of a character in One Piece now.
Looks friendly enough.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to learning how to cook.
Yep. All right. With that, we'll take a break before the test because I like to use the bathroom.
Woo.
Woo woo.
How's everybody liking the session, chat?
We're all over the place tonight.
Lots of
Sorry.
laughs.
Yep. Yep. Boy, I'm looking forward to tomorrow.
Well, here's the thing. At least the RP wasn't boring. Right back.
Let me make sure this works. Indeed it does. But it will not help on tests.
Hmm. Looking at that spell. Will it help me?
I mean, it might, but you'd have to choose the correct proficiency.
Yes.
So, plus, you need the material component.
Yeah, I mean, aren't school books worth more than 25 gold?
Yes, but you actually need to spin that in your character sheet, so I think you should have that.
Yes.
Excuse me. But then again,
Nah, I'm just gonna take the test without anything. Not maybe it's gonna work or not. Reminds me of how it was actually in school. Mostly it didn't work, but yeah. It wasn't as easy as rolling a dice.
I'm back. Hello.
Welcome back.
Borrowed knowledge.
I was thinking about something.
I mean, it's definitely doable. You need a book that costs 25 gold, though.
Yes. What about the school books?
guys technically don't have school books?
We don't? Okay.
I mean, you can buy a book.
Yeah, I'm not gonna use that for now. Maybe I will later.
Okay. The good news is that it does not consume the book.
Yes.
Hey, Caravan, I got you a new mini for Gigglers.
Huh.
I have to say, the Minotaur figure I got looks cool. It's just not the correct weapon. What can you do?
Ah.
By the way, I hope you're fine with strawberry kiwi Kool-Aid jammers.
Yeah, it should be fine.
Cool, I bought 2 cases of them. Whatever you guys don't drink, I'll keep.
So let's see who bombs this test.
Oh, I'm sorry. It wouldn't have mattered because you rolled because it was a 9, but you would have gotten an advantage on that check, Gulliver and Yoseff.
Oh, yeah, let's
You still failed.
back to middle of the road.
You still failed it though.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you might do well on the test itself anyway.
Yeah.
Hopefully I burned out all the 10s.
A couple tins would be better than a bunch of, I don't know, 5s or 3s.
Heaven or hell, let's rock.
Indeed.
I like the new character they introduced. Very bouncy. Alright. Yeah, this is definitely going to be a shorter session.
Yeah, well.
Yep.
Figured it might be.
Yeah. I just...
But I really don't.
Huh?
But I really don't think we could have squeezed in the test in a good way last time.
Oh.
No.
Oh. This felt much better, and you guys got to do more class time.
Mm-hmm.
Eco got to make more teachers his enemy.
Going for the whole set this year?
Yes. Absolutely.
Although I think Gulliver beat Eco to the punch on the Dean.
Yeah.
Also, don't worry, I am not mad at all.
Okay.
I also get very squeaky when I'm, like, excited. My friends know this. My family does too. Sometimes they're like, oh my god, are you really a man? Yes, I just get really high.
Thinks back to some of those T-Rex squeaks.
Look, man.
I know.
Tiggy and Freedom Unite can suck it. Granted, in the desert, he wasn't that bad. It was the freaking mountain that was the awfulness.
You had some space in the desert. The desert
Yeah,
was a lot
yeah.
more manageable.
Yeah, you had space in desert. Mountain, you were on the side of a mountain. You ain't got nothing.
Mm-mm.
It sucked. Kieran was easier.
That's saying something because old Kieran was tiny.
And I was using a greatsword, so that should tell you a lot.
Well, I was using greatsword back then too. Unless I transitioned to sword and shield by that point. Because both you and Steve were using greatswords.
Yeah, it's been a while. We need to play Monster Hunter again.
Just like your message from earlier.
Yes. Anyways. I need to boot up Iceborne to take some reference pictures anyways. Alright, so. We are back. We're ready for some testing.
Indeed. Let's test it.
Alright, so. All three of you are now taking a lovely test from Professor Bryneth on the spell Glyph of Warding. Not Magic Circle.
Oof.
They said it was gonna. Well,
It said it may have been on the test, but who knows? It might have been the actions of a certain summon that may have changed it.
oh no.
Vindictive? Maybe. Would teachers do that? I don't doubt
They
it.
do.
Some do.
Yeah. Depends on the teacher.
Alright, as you guys look down, it seems that the first question for Glyph of Warding is shapes. It seems you have to identify the shapes commonly used when a mage casts Glyph of Warding. Feel free to roll a investigation check.
Hmm.
Now, don't forget sume you give a reroll.
I don't know.
Ah!
Ah. And the reroll I have to take, right?
You don't have to take it on this question, but that's
No, I mean, if I reroll, I have to take the result, regardless of what it is.
yes.
I think I'll save it.
Got a friggin' 3.
Alright. Gulliver, smoke is coming out of your heads, man. You have no idea. You hit things.
Just eyes wide, just full stop.
Eco, you're like, oh, this ain't magic circle. But you recognize some of the shapes. Somehow. Probably glanced at a book or something while working with Guillaume.
He had some of his items that he didn't want stolen warded.
Yeah. In fact, you recognize some of this for poison damage because this rune was actually used to deter you from his hot sauce cabinet.
Ooh. There you go. Yep.
Hello.
Yoseff, you tried to start up your little drum beat, but unfortunately your drum beat was for Magic Circle and therefore does not work with this.
Nope.
So, Eco, you pass the first part, whereas Yoseff and Gulliver, you both fail.
Yeah, I thought 10 would be a barely squeak by. No.
I'll tell you the DC after this.
Probably
Alright.
15.
Now comes the essay. So you must write an essay describing the common magical effects and triggers associated with said Glyph of Warding. Feel free to make a Arcana check.
Here goes.
And who gets the 5?
Gonna use my reroll there. I'd love to use. I can't do much worse. Except I do.
Jeez.
That 21. So
Oh.
painful. And now I'm not working.
Yes,
So-
this test blindsided you so hard that you just stumble and you're like, this is supposed to be Magic Circle. Why is this not Magic Circle? What is Glyph of Warding?
Sounds like Gulliver understood the analog aspect of it. Yeah, it just does
I
this.
just can't write essays.
Eco, You weren't brave enough to go into the hot sauce cabinet after you saw the wards, so you don't know what it does. Gulliver, you on the other hand, managed to realize that a glyph of warding is essentially a little bit like a trap that explodes depending on what damage the caster would choose. There's also, I think, something else about it that I am currently looking up real fast.
You can make certain people.
D&D Beyond is a lot slower than Roll20. You could also store a spell in a glyph of warding as well that is 3rd level or higher while casting it while creating the glyph. Most people like to elect the explosive runes though. Nothing like 5d8 of a specified elemental damage to deter your opponents. So you pass that. Alright. So, Yoseff, I am sorry, but you have failed it.
Indeed.
So you will need to be tutored.
Indeed.
So you cannot go to your job or take part in any extracurriculars until you have passed the next exam.
Yep.
Eco and Gulliver, you get 1 student die. As both of you have passed instead of acing. So you get a student dice, or 1d4 in investigation or arcana.
I think it's the one that I passed that Arcana check, right?
Either
Yes.
one.
So
Oh,
wait, hang on, let me read that one fast.
I understood it would be either one.
Yes, to both skills, arcana or investigation. So, congrats, Eco and Gulliver, you two passed the test.
that tripped me up quite a bit that it wasn't on Magic Circle.
I didn't even think about what it would be about. Just went in there and rolled with it.
Yoseff appears to be making sad noises.
Gulliver will give him a pat on the back.
Yes, Eco
You've
too.
got the next one.
And if I don't,
I will try and help you cheat.
I don't want to cheat.
If you could have seen the face I made when I heard that.
How positive or negative was that face?
Yeah, well, my jaw dropped. We'll go with that.
If I have to cheat, I shouldn't be here.
Gulliver will definitely frown at that a little bit. He's not disagreeing with him, but still a unhappy thought about that.
Guess I need to study more.
Which sucks because he definitely studied the most out of all of us.
Yeah.
Because on material that wasn't on the test.
He's studied so much on the slats and failed.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, after session, I would like your test results from the previous test as well. I need them for something. Anyways.
Oh, you're talking about from last year?
Yes.
Okay.
And
I don't think I have the exact results. And I
Uh,
erased the D4s because you told me to.
Yeah, you erase the
I
D4s, but you keep your the pass and fails on the sheet.
I don't see a place to put pass and fail.
Yeah, it doesn't. What I did was I kept my D4s in the slot for the category that I did pass and a 0 in the ones that I didn't.
I just didn't erase anything. I'm just ignoring the first year.
And then at the end of the third test, I had put student dice null. But I do believe this is Yosef's first full-blown fail.
No, I failed the slod test.
Did you?
Yes.
Yeah,
Huh.
it's right here on year 1. It's 3 tests.
All right. Yeah.
Here, it's
Okay.
2 tests, and it should be a
Insight,
check mark
Arcana.
or an X.
Oh, yeah. I did miss one of those myself. But it's still barely passed.
I'm sorry, I'm not.
Oh,
It's right underneath report cards.
underneath report cards.
Yeah, I don't see anywhere to park pass or fail on the test. I see where you can put the D4s,
And the
the
rerolls from
rerolls,
studying.
but I removed the D4s because you said we should.
I see.
So I'll need to double. I think got. I think I passed both the other ones, but didn't succeed perfectly.
Well, I can always go back to the VODs on YouTube and look.
Is what it is.
That.
I know I failed the first one. I'm pretty sure I passed both the other ones.
Shoot, right.
I know
I didn't
Eco
feel that.
passed the first one with flying colors because of cheating.
It's been cheated.
Yes. The second one I failed because of cheating, and the third one I didn't cheat and got through it. Maybe I should start cheating again because that seems to be an all or nothing.
I know that Gulliver passed the owlbear one because he had advantage on it.
Yep. I do believe that was the second one, the nature and animal handling. Flying
Yep.
color, just like the third one.
So
Alright, well, we'll sort this out after the session, but
Yep.
which is fine because we'll be ending here because you all reached level 5.
did I
Ooh.
really?
Yes, you did.
Mm.
You get the pity level.
Oof.
Yup.
Oh well.
Honestly, with that, we're going to end this session here. Thank you all for coming. It was a lot shorter than normal. Only 2 hours. That's fine. But honestly, all of this besides the test was not in the book, so I could have gone to the next part of the book, but it wouldn't have flowed very well if I had left it off before you guys leveled up. So with that, let's see. Tomorrow, no stream because I'm doing live D&D. Woohoo! Tuesday and Wednesday, I will probably do a makeup stream for Assassin's Creed Valhalla because I didn't do it yesterday and last Friday. Sorry about that. Thursday is more FF14 with me and Salik, and Friday is more Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Till then, you can find the YouTube VODs to this on my YouTube channel at Ebia7, capital Ebia, number 7, and follow postings of anything on my Twitter at Ebia Gaming. Good night, everybody.